Today I want to talk about wands. Now, in a lot of traditions, wands are a fire tool. But, and so this is a wand I made for using as a fire tool. But if I throw this on a fire, it's going to burn up. Which, that makes no sense. But in our tradition, the wand is an air tool. Wands are made out of wood, and they produce air. So it makes sense that it'd be an air tool. While a blade is forged in fire, so it's a fire tool. Now, there are certain spirits that don't like metal, and there's others that don't like iron. So when you're dealing with them, you don't want to have any metal in your ritual at all. And so you'll leave your athame behind and use a wand instead. You can use a wand for most things that you can use an athame for, and you can use it times when you can't use an athame. So, a wand is an air tool, and for a while I was painting my wands, and I made specialized wands like for the planet Mars. This is my Mars wand, and my Venus wand. This is an air wand, but I usually prefer to use a wand that's just plain wood. And that's what this is, just a plain wooden wand. And that's good. It's basically a stick. This is a stick that I felt called to when I was walking in the woods. So I picked it up, took it home, and I cut the ends off of it. And I painted it at one point, and I decided I didn't like that, so I sanded the paint off. It's just a plain wooden wand. Now I have another wand which can't really see the iridescence of it. It's painted iridescent white, and I just use this for full moons, and that's all. It's my moon wand. Here's a wand that somebody gave me. It's just a plain wooden stick. Okay, wrapped in yellow. And sometimes I like to use a musical instrument as a wand. Because I can use it as a wand and I can play it. Here's another one that I use as a wand. And here's a wand that is more than 500 years old, made out of clay. It's also a musical instrument. Now, people who are into using wands as fire wands, they sometimes talk about covering them in wire and putting pieces of metal on them, and you can't really do that if you're using it as an air tool. That you use the wand for things that you can't use the athame. And a lot of times I'll use the athame and the cup together, and because of that I will use the wand and the pentacle together. Now here's another wand that I made. This is a book on crystal lore recommended this. It's a piece of copper pipe with a copper coin glued to the end and a crystal, and the whole thing is wrapped in leather. So that's one way. I've got another one of those. Here's the same thing. This one's falling apart. The coin is falling off the end there, but it's a crystal on a copper rod. So there's a lot of variation on how you can make a wand. There is a traditional way of making wands is to have a moon end and a sun end and put all the other planets in a line in between it. But you have a lot of freedom on how you can decorate your wand. But I just prefer a stick.